ask myself this question often. Why do people start exercising and then stop and then restart and then stop? So they've never done it, they start, or they have some experience, they start, they stop, they start again, and then they stop. And I get so curious about the start-stop and the start-stop in someone's life, and I get really curious continuously. Curious about why would they start, and then why would they stop, and then what would cause them to restart. And so I've looked a lot into motivation, personal development, and just a really large amount of work in different areas, because I get so curious about how other people get other people to do things on what happens to be on their best interests. And the best information that I have found talks about, it's the character of the person, and choose yourself to be like, I am an exerciser. And I think that has a certain phase during that start, stop, and then that start, stop. It's at that point, that second start, stop, you decide, this is just who I am. I'm just gonna make exercising my world. I'm gonna set up the condition to where I inevitably exercise. Some people use words like, I'm accountable, or I've hired a trainer, something ties a knot around that path and those sequence of behaviors. So start, stop, then somebody eventually starts again and they go, I need to learn from the first reason that I stopped. This time I know what it is. I just need to be an exerciser, and I need these influences in my world pulling these strings that are going to trigger me to exercise. And I get so curious about this question. So what causes them to stop then? If they have the trainer, if they've spent thousands of dollars, if they have the hour every day or 10 minutes every day, whatever the time is, at that point, that second set of the start, stop, why do they stop? And what is it like for the percentage who restart? And what is it like for the percentage who never restart or continue to replay this whole pattern, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop? And I discovered something really interesting, because if you don't know me, I take a ton of notes. And I love to really listen and observe and say, I observe this, or I believe that, and as a result of that belief, I should be able to measure it this way, and I should be able to look at it like this, and I start to study it. And the biggest change that I've noticed when the person start, stop, the second start, stop, what causes them to start again? That third time, which I don't know, 3 acts in a play, or the third time's the charm, I can't really tell you why, it's a pattern. That they scratch everything before. They go, it's not about who I am. It's not about, I need to see myself as an exerciser. And I can't learn anything from the reasons that I stopped in the first place, because I stopped. So you can't start creating a solution from the problem. And you can't make yourself into something you're not. You don't have to be an exerciser. And so what they inevitably get to is, it's very detached emotionally in a way. They don't go in this emotional, dramatic ping pong. It's more of a, meet that appointment, do it. Meet the appointment, do it. There's really no choice not to meet the appointment. There's really no choice not to, and a lot of them do the checklists. I mean, it's amazing how much that works. And I think a part of that is it engages the brain when you do the activity, and there has to be some kinesthetic action somehow tethered to this activity. But most of the people who start again and it just echoes for the rest of their life use lists, and they're not dramatic about it. The people who start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, there's always some emotional drama around it. There's always I had a big fight with this person in my life, or I had this really big change that caused all my attention to go to it. And basically, they can't do everything in their life, and they said that's just the least important, and the thing that was the most important happened to be emotionally charged. And those people can get back onto the start and just exercise forever, but it can't be emotional. So the thing that I have learned from asking this question is that if you make exercise not emotional, and you use checklists, you can get a lot of good stuff done. So if you want to know more, check out DominicSessa.com. Check out my Instagram for some really great exercises, and we'll talk soon.